With 2 children of her own, Julianne Moore knows a thing or two about being a mother. Well, it comes in handy with the role she's been playing lately. In her latest film, Freedomland, Moore plays a down-on-her-luck mother looking for her missing son, though she may be a suspect herself.
And when they did notice me, my so-called people, my family, the eyes, the smirks. But you know when all that stopped? For them, for me, when I had my son, when I had Cody, as soon as I had him in my arms, I became like Moore. So did I kill him? He gave birth to me. He made me. I would slaughter myself 10 times over before I would touch a hair on his head.
Julianne Moore is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so I buy that.
Yeah.
I think. Right? Because that's the whole movie is, what's up with this woman?
Right.
Yeah?
You don't know. You really don't know. I love the script and I love making the movie because I think that at first glance it's a movie that you think, well, maybe this is about racism or racial tension of these 2 towns, these 2 communities.
Right.
And I think
because she plays a woman who works in a daycare center in a project.
Yeah, she works in the project. She lives in the kind of the neighboring town. She's she's a character who's very marginalized. She's a single mother, recovering drug addict, estranged from her family. Yeah. And it's very kind of involved in the projects, and this thing happens. But you find, I think at the end of the day, you realize that this movie is about poverty more than anything else. So what happens to people when they don't have anything? White people, black people, everybody. And I think in light of what happened, I think particularly last year with Hurricane Katrina, when we saw that, you think like, well, that's, because Hollywood never leads. Hollywood only follows. You really start seeing things in the movies that reflect what's going on in our lives.
You know, it's interesting because George Clooney said a very similar thing.
Did he?
He's out there making all these movies.
George,
No, but he's making these movies and he said, we're not leading anything.
Not leading.
We kind of follow along with our broom.
That's right. You are. You're like almost like singing the culture in a sort of way.
Yeah. So, many things to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
And who's this? When you read this part, and here's this woman, this marginalized person.
Right.
How do you find her? How do you find her as an actress?
You have a script. I had, Richard Price wrote this really, really wonderful script, and I had a lot of support from Joe Roth, who was our director, and tremendous support from Sam Jackson, who's a genius.
Crazy about
I love him. We're crazy about each other. I mean, it's, I think, maybe the best working experience I've had with an actor. We're very, very similar. We're kind of on the same page, and we enjoyed each other a lot.
Yeah. No, he just, babbles about you.
I babble about him, too.
A lot of babbling.
Sometimes we appear together. We like to do the Sam and Julie show.
One of the things that I read was in the production notes, they literally had to figure out a way to make you not look so good.
That's nice. I don't know. I mean,
is that bunk?
I don't know that it was so hard.
Is that production note bunk?
Frankly, I think the DP's, he's a lovely man and a friend of mine.
Director of photography.
It was pretty horrible at the premiere to look at yourself with no makeup on. Huge, with literally everything in your face kind of moving, so you can see every line. But,
Let me ask you, I have a kind of a semi-serious question about this.
Okay.
Because you figured out this way to be an actress and also a movie star.
Why, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because look at this. Look at this Harper's. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, it just is. That's a movie star picture.
It's digital. It's all digital.
Come on. But what's even more delish is look at this picture of you and your kids on the inside.
Oh, yeah. They are beautiful, my children.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. How do you figure out how to do that, though? Because in one hand, it's to have a foot in movie star land, which is this kind of maw of a monster that needs to be fed and wants gossip and all this other stuff, and still, be in it and have distance from it at the same time, which I think you figured out how to do.
That's an interesting question because I think it's true. I think the whole kind of movie star thing or the show business aspect of it, I had an agent years ago who used to always say, they don't call it show art. And I think it's true. I mean, so there's a business aspect to the movies that plays into all that. And it is about illusion. It's about a pretty magazine cover and the so-called glamour of the movies and stuff. But to be honest with you, I think for most of us, that's not what attracted us. What attracted us was acting, the kind of acting you did in your high school plays and stuff. And so for me, that's what's most compelling.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you, too.
We love to see you in the movies. We love to see you here in the studio. And, of course, everybody around here remembers when you were in...
As the World Turns.
Thank
you very
much.
There's probably some camera... Where are the cameramen?
Grunts.
Hey.
Grunts if you remember working with Julianne. There you go. All right. Great to see you. Thanks so much.
You too. Thanks, Harry.